All remaining Bitcoin should only be mined in the United States of America. Good old USA Bitcoin, so says Donald Trump. Another lie that's impossible to achieve because of his own failed environmental, power, energy, infrastructure, computing power, and chip policies. I'm going to break it all down for you right here on the MeidasTouch Network and on Legal AF. Donald Trump's in love with Bitcoin. He's having an affair with Bitcoin. There's no other way to describe it. He's got Bitcoin and cryptocurrency moguls in his cabinet or around him, and Howard Lutnick and an Elon Musk. He himself owns a cryptocurrency company, loves cryptocurrency. His son went abroad into the Arab world, Eric Trump, and said this is the golden age of the Bitcoin. And Donald Trump responded and said all remaining Bitcoin, I'll talk to you about that in a minute, should only be mined by miners here in the United States. Okay, let's break that down for a minute. Bitcoin, because there's a limit on the amount of Bitcoin that could ever be produced. That's what gives it its value. It's ultimately limited. 95% of all Bitcoin that will ever be created has already been mined and created and is already in circulation. The last 5% they predict will take us through the remaining 100 years. Take us 100 years to get to the last 5% of Bitcoin. There's a lot of computing that has to go on, a lot of energy that has to be expended by miners around the world in order to generate that Bitcoin and other cryptocurrency. We just don't have the power. We don't have the energy policy. We don't have the electric grid. We don't have the electricians, and we don't have the data centers that would allow America to create all the remaining Bitcoin. Just shows how Donald Trump doesn't understand how Bitcoin mining works. I'll tell you where Bitcoin mining is happening. The vast majority of cryptocurrency mining is happening outside the United States, like places like the United Arab Emirates, run by the Dubai and other royal family, in Russia, in China, and in Africa, and in places in Africa like Ethiopia. Why? Because they have alternate forms of energy and clean energy that generates huge amounts of power necessary for these cryptocurrency mining operations. We don't have that because Donald Trump is against all the policies that favor wind turbines, hydroelectric power, solar power, and the rest. So if you're Ethiopia and you've got access to tremendous hydroelectric power generation, you're already in the running to be a leader in cryptocurrency mining. Same thing in Russia. Same thing in China and in United Arab Emirates. They use wind turbines, the ones that Donald Trump hates. That is what generates all this power. We only have a few places in America where clean energy can generate that level of power required to support the data centers, to support the computing, to support the quote-unquote mining of this cryptocurrency. Washington State is one of them. Washington State has hydroelectric, has other forms of power. And that's why, or I'll tell you, for those out there that have children, the number one job moving forward in America because of cryptocurrency mining is going to be electricians. There is a shortage of electricians in America who can hook up these data centers and hook up the power in to allow for cryptocurrency mining. They're in short supply, high demand in places like Washington State. But we just don't have enough places like Washington State. And with the limits that Donald Trump already places, because he never takes responsibility for anything, the number one anti-clean energy, anti-solar, even an anti-electric car, and the battery production that's required for that. He did not invest in chip manufacturing or science. That was Joe Biden. He did not invest in clean energy, wind, solar, hydroelectric, and the like. That's Joe Biden. I mean, one of the ironies is that in order to have more cryptocurrency mining, if that is a policy of your country, which Donald Trump seems to make it, you got to have the power to do it. Power runs the mining operation. And Donald Trump's own policies have undermined all of that. And the irony is Joe Biden should be getting the credit if we become a cryptocurrency mining capital of the world, but we're not currently. It's being done by the Arab world, Russia, China, and Africa, who all want to get an advantage In the future, as the chilly days of fall roll in and the holiday rush begins, it's easy to forget about taking care of yourself. Enter Mudwater, a soothing yet energizing coffee alternative that helps you stay sharp and balanced through the busiest time of the year. Made from a blend of chai, cacao, and calming adaptogens like lion's mane, reishi, and chaga, Mudwater gives you a natural boost without the crash or coffee jitters. Mudwater is like your holiday self-care ritual in a cup, packed with antioxidants and wellness benefits that nourish your body while keeping you centered and clear-headed through the chaos of the season. And as you prepare for the holidays, it makes the perfect stocking stuffer for anyone in need of a little extra self-care. Whether you're powering through gift wrapping, decking the halls, or simply enjoying a quiet moment to yourself, Mudwater is the ultimate way to bring balance and calm to your fall and holiday routine. Does your 3 p.m. cup of coffee make you stay awake at night, contemplating life choices and the meaning of existence? Yeah, let's not do that again. Switching to Mudwater can help you say goodbye to sleepless nights. It's got all the energy without the late night existential crisis. Give Mudwater a shot and save big, because our listeners get up to 43% off your entire order, free shipping, and a free rechargeable frother. Head to mudwtr.com/legalaf. When the survey asks, please support our show and tell them that we sent you. Every single ingredient in Mudwater's products are 100% USDA certified organic, non-GMO, gluten-free, vegan, and kosher. There's also zero sugar and no sweeteners added, making it a clean and wholesome choice for your wellness journey. To use Mudwater, you simply drop the powder into your favorite mug, pour some water on it, and give it a mix. Some go wild and add creamer, honey, or even CBD. There's also caffeine-free blends available. The best part about Mudwater is it provides sustained energy without the spikes and crash of traditional coffee. Using Mudwater is as easy as cozying up on a crisp fall afternoon. Head to mudwater.com and grab your starter kit. For a limited time, our listeners get up to 43% off your entire order, free shipping, and a free rechargeable frother at mudwtr.com/legalaf. That's up to 43% off your order at mudwtr.com/legalaf. After you purchase, they ask you where you heard about them. Please support our show and tell them that we sent you. If the top technologists, top Silicon Valley experts are right, the next major shift in the economy is going to be driven by artificial intelligence and cryptocurrency, the Bitcoin, blockchain, and the rest. And putting that together requires, both those things require tremendous expenditures and investment in power, in the power grid, in clean energy alternatives, and in places like I've identified, like Washington State. Donald Trump's not behind that. First of all, he's a short timer. Short-termer and short-timer. He's a very short runway. The 4 years is going to be interminable for the rest of us. But in terms of policy and being able to accomplish big things and heavy lifts, that 4 years is very short, especially if we pin him down, as we will, in lawsuits tying up his policies that are unconstitutional and are a violation of our rights. So by the time he's doing that, you can only do one and a half, maybe a half of a big thing. Look what Barack Obama did. He did one giant thing, really, in his first 2 years, Obamacare. Took a lot. So Donald Trump has all these things, reforming the government, hollowing out civil servants, reshaping the relationship between the government and the U.S. People, nailing and undermining and cutting entitlements, Social Security, Medicare, and Medicaid, redoing our energy policy, redoing our foreign policy, redoing our domestic policy. I'm already exhausted. He can't do all of this, thank God, in the 4 years that he'll be in. And this one is another magical thinking moment where Donald Trump loves to mislead the American people. He's the only president I can think of we've ever had that you have to just give a 60 to 70% to 100% truth discount to whatever they say. I've had friends in my life like that. I call it a truth discount. Some friends are 100% honest. I think I am. I'll tell you exactly what's going on and when it's going to happen. Other people, like, 20%, a little of a fib here and there, doesn't hurt anybody. Doesn't, the fundamentals are solid. 50% discount, that's a friend you can't trust, and then beyond. That's where Donald Trump has fallen into. So when you hear, in Trump speak, we're going to be the leader of Bitcoin production, it is impossible. We're not going to take it back from the emerging markets in Africa, Russia, China, and the United Arab Emirates, who have a devotion to clean energy and power that we don't have, and Donald Trump is actually against. So I'm going to continue to call out, these kind of ridiculous comments so that when you hear them, you can filter them through the lens of reality and not a smoke or sunshine screen. I'll do it here on the MeidasTouch Network and on Legal AF. I got a new show, sort of like this hot take, but longer, called Popok Live. Yes, it's on Tuesdays at 8 p.m. Eastern time right here on this YouTube channel for MeidasTouch. Take a minute, hit the free subscribe button. Wednesdays and Saturdays, Legal AF on the MeidasTouch YouTube channel at 8 p.m. Eastern time. And then come on over to our new Legal AF YouTube channel in collaboration with MeidasTouch. We're doing it together, Legal AF MTN, where we have all of this great content over there exclusively on the Legal AF YouTube channel. Now more than ever, we need independent media, independent commentary and analysis you can only find on MeidasTouch and on Legal AF. Help us out. Hit those subscribe buttons. Until my next reporting, I'm Michael Popok. In collaboration with the MeidasTouch Network, we just launched the Legal AF YouTube channel. Help us build this pro-democracy channel where I'll be curating the top stories, the intersection of law and politics. Go to YouTube now and free subscribe at Legal AF MTN. That's at Legal AF MTN.